it's time for Multifamily Weekend Update with your hosts, Justin Dilley and Eric Sharp. Hey!
Good afternoon, Justin.
Good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. My screens have been screwing up ever since I got back from NAA. It's like the tornado hit here.
Yeah, all the humidity affected your electronics.
Yeah, one could say.
Yeah.
One could say. Not the hair, though. Not the hair.
No, that probably helped it
Yeah,
for
probably.
you. There's plenty of people that were complaining about it, but we can celebrate today because if you're dealing with humidity or high heats, it is officially World Refrigeration Day. We're all blessed to be in a country that has, and we'll get to the wow fridges here in a second, but
I got a little excited.
A fridge, yeah. But just to talk about World Refrigeration Day, it's basically to remind people how to use the importance of keeping things cool, especially, if you hear the news in Europe, they have record high heats over there. Air conditioning is not as common as it is here, but it is important. All kinds of refrigeration and cooling devices. And in our industry, even though it's about 10 years old, I think we still are talking about the wow fridge. You'll still find it on Instagram. You'll still find it on Pinterest. People make jokes or references to it that you need to do more than have a wow fridge. Eric, what is your opinion on the wow fridge?
I mean, when you are looking for that one thing on a tour that really seals the deal for your prospects, it helps to have a wow fridge. It really does. I really think any upgrade over what you've had previously, if you're a tenant, your mind latches on to some of the most important things. And the kitchen, as we know, is one of the most important places where we spend a ton of our time, oftentimes becoming like a common area. And a wow fridge is like a talking piece. So I think it's important to have a wow fridge.
Yeah,
to set you apart.
Folks definitely go all out for some of these. This is from Here Pit in a property in Pittsburgh. Kind of standard one, but there's some like candy in there, some other snacks. Here's another one from BB Living. Very, kind of basic beverages, a few snack bars. There's another one here from the villas at Bloomingdale. Again, snacks on one side, drinks on the other. But there are some that go like into themes and, they put pineapples and all it's like decoration, which I think, is fun, but that can also be a little bit like, I don't know, a little crazy. I don't know if that wows me the same way. Like, I don't know, my leasing terms do. I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. Right. Like it all comes down to the leasing terms, but what it does is maybe it helps soften the blow when, you're checking out these wow fridges, but
right, you're snacking on dots, and you're like, sure, I'll take that fee. Sure, I'll take that fee.
I mean, there's a lot of psychology in not only showing a fridge, but like when you open it up and it's full, right? And then you're allowed to partake in the spoils of the fridge. It's great. I think it's a little funny to put like dry goods in there.
There was one property, I didn't post it. There was one that says, marijuana is legal in our state. We have a weed drawer in there. But the problem was it looked like a stoner's fridge. It was so jam-packed with crap. But maybe that was the aesthetic. But it was seriously like a hoarder episode.
They're storing the devil's cabbage. Yes.
Anyway, enough of refrigeration. I think we've exhausted that.
Yeah, we're on to really the most important news, I think. As my camera is just like dying on me here today. The most important news is the Road to Housing Act. It is on the finish line, Justin. We're so close.
It's on the desk line, technically.
I mean, it is ready to be signed.
We need a
Uh,
signature on that line.
we do. We do. But President Trump has essentially said, hey, it'd be really great to get this SAVE Act, this voting act through the door so that I could sign this Road to Housing Act.
Yes. And as most, common political pundits will say, this is politics as usual, tit for tat. Even though this was a bipartisan, bill, even though, our industry from, near and far worked tirelessly to get certain provisions removed that would be detrimental to some of the BTR and other kinds of pieces. And we keep it moving forward, and people kept moving forward. And we thought it was all clear. And then it was just like, nope, not yet. However, this wasn't a veto. I think we should point out it's not a veto. It's just not a signature. So there's an opportunity for it still to go forward without the president's signature. Also, he may change his mind as well.
Yeah, I mean, ultimately, it would be great if he could just sign this thing, right after our show is done. But
yeah,
I mean, essentially, what we're looking at here is this whole ban on Wall Street buying houses is like it doesn't really affect multifamily too much. It mostly affects anyone who's in single families and they're busy, busy with over 350 homes. In reality, it's something like less than 1% of institutional investors have over 350 homes that this will affect them. But there's a bunch of carve outs in there as well. Really, what this act does is it brings rental assistance, which helps more affordable operators recapitalize their properties. The home program helps rural housing get reauthorized and reformed so that there's better gap financing to make deals affordable. There's also something called the Reside Act. So kind of like add some grease to the wheels here for office and commercial resi conversions. Also helps with some adaptive reuse kind of plays that operators have been chasing. So, if you're paying attention to this and you're in multifamily, we more or less have missed the buzz cutting saw here, but it's going to affect us because build to rent affects us. And, depending on where developers are putting their dollars affects multifamily as well.
Right. And we do need legislation to help make supply easier in general. So
yeah, ultimately we just need to build, right? I mean, that's what it is. It's a win-win-win. Everyone wins when we build. I'd say the only thing that doesn't win are the trees, but guess what? They're regenerative.
yes, with proper planning, they are regenerative. That's correct.
Of course, everything's
Yeah.
done proper. No
Yeah.
one ever messes things up when it
No,
comes to
no. And this
green
story
policies and regenerative reuse.
this news is indicative of that.
Yes.
Yeah, so there's been a lot of competition lately, and I'm not talking about the World Cup. Although, have you been watching the World Cup? I know
I
you
have
have.
been. I had a chance to watch some World Cup with you.
I know
Actually.
that was awesome. Got to see Haiti's first World Cup goal. That was pretty cool. But I've been watching more to come. I watched last night to the dismay of the U.S., but also, I mean, Turkey. They they did it.
They needed a win. Turkey needed a win.
It was a really beautiful kind of moment of the game. This is why we call it a beautiful game. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the competition in the expo hall. The foot hall rankings of Apartmentalize are, I wouldn't say out, but they've definitely been trending on LinkedIn. A lot of different folks and companies have been talking about their experience. And this is just a few of the companies listed here in my little AI generated bracket. But all of these folks, all of these companies have have been talking about their apartmentalized expo hall experience. Some, apartment list, definitely a lot of like, hey, this was a great location. It was great to see our clients. I will say a lot of people talk about how great it is to see their clients versus, oh, we got a ton of new business. I don't know. We both were working the trade
The
show
trade show
floor,
floor,
different
that's right.
different booths. But how would you say the traffic was overall?
Yeah, I mean, I would say there was plenty of traffic. Oftentimes the conversations are tough because you're either getting people buzzing by, signing up to win something or getting something for free in exchange for their information, or you're actually having genuinely great conversations because they were looking for that product or technology or solution. And you have a good 10-minute conversation with someone, 15-minute conversation where you're learning about them a little bit more in depth, their history, what their role is now. And then you can genuinely pitch your product. And I think that it's tough. It's tough if you're in the world of startups to have those types of conversations because you're
Yeah.
so new. You have to explain yourself a little bit, differentiate compared to all the other massive booths that are out there. But at the end of the day, if you can collect names and contact info and follow up and have some inkling of an experience together and say, hey, you were at our booth. You were wearing this. We had a great conversation about that.
Yeah.
Let's talk. It's all about the follow up. It's
Yeah,
all
or
about
or
follow
or
up.
or the prep before, because I think that's the other thing is you're talking to people you've been talking with, and this is a great opportunity
Yeah.
to meet them at your booth or off-site somewhere, a lunch or a coffee or something of that nature. I do want to highlight Kate Feeney at Denson and Sarah Bonder at Lively, who both had similar kind of I don't know, truth bombs, mic drops, or just quiet reflective moments, but just basically saying that the you know that we're all kind of creating that there isn't anything new in this space, like we're kind of going through the motions, and I'm paraphrasing, go read their post, it's much better, but that we're not really doing anything differently or new. We're kind of going through the motions, we're entering the raffles, we're seeing our clients, but are we really gaining a ton of new business? Are we really introducing a whole new product? I think it happens, but specifically during the expo hall, I'm not sure if that um, is as beneficial as maybe a decade ago.
Yeah. I can appreciate these experiences that create moments that we remember, like where you're taking a photo, printing it out right then. I do like those experiences. And I think those are very effective because we bring those photos home and we put them up somewhere and we think about them for a long time.
Hmm. Yeah.
So I can
Uh,
definitely appreciate those things. I probably have a photo of us somewhere buried. I think there's a photo of us buried somewhere from
from
NAA from
what?
last year, even.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Um, so it's just one example of like, hey, this was something that I took back. I can't remember the company. I don't. I think it was just NAA was doing a photo booth, but
Hmm.
it's just about being memorable at the end of the
Yeah.
day.
And also, what a lot of people echo, not just these companies, but other is it's, again, the relationships, seeing people you've been working with, you used to work with. I think there is something that is, it is a very, supportive in the sense of people wanting to network, to be, to be seen, to be connected to reconnect with somebody. It's a great time for that. But yeah, let's get on to some of the industry highlights. There's going to be more apartmentalized stuff, I think, for a while. People doing video recaps, all that kind of stuff. Um, a lot of things happening across our nation. This is a nice Americana map ahead of Independence Day and 250th anniversary coming up here. Um, Walker and Dunlap financed or helped finance and arrange a refinancing for a 4 property portfolio in the Oregon area, like 128 million. So that's a big deal. Also, 4 properties were added to the Midwest portfolio of Avenue 5. And True America has expanded their portfolio into New York, New Jersey area. They've put
With,
together a property in Somerset, I think.
with Somerset, yeah.
Mhm.
The
So it's
tri-state
growing
area.
everywhere. It's growing everywhere. And if you're an investor, Eric, where are you looking?
Well, that's a great question. I mean, if I'm an investor, I'm using data. I'm trying to use data in order to figure all this stuff out. And the good news is we have data, right?
Yeah. This was shared. It's not, the data isn't from this guy, but Ryan Kang. He's always finding maps, sharing them. It's from Chandon Economics, Jonathan O'Kane at Chandon Economics, who were basically broke down and said, our market is the market landscape is fragmented. Like if you have rent growth super strong in Akron and Honolulu, you have to like pay attention to where, right? If you're going to have to invest in Virginia Beach and San Francisco, like you have to pay attention to that, because you can't just kind of say, oh, Midwest, or oh, Sun Belt. You have to niche it down even further and really micro market it, because they're growing in multiple directions. It's not growing in the same way that we used to maybe track these kinds of developments.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you have to track things like job growth, right? Like where will jobs grow more long term?
Hmm.
And oftentimes we're tracking these by the percentage point if you're looking to develop or purchase. But, if you're looking for a job in
Yeah.
multifamily and you're mobile, this is also a good chart to look at. Where will job consistency be for you in the next few years, at least, in this wild market where, fortunately and unfortunately, there's both growth and retraction. So,
Right.
as you can see, blue is signifying a little bit less
Hmm.
growth here. And you're seeing a lot of that in the Sun Belt
Right.
area.
A little not super surprising, as we've read some news on that, right? Some oversaturation in some of these markets. But yeah, very good stuff.
You could
And
almost draw a
last,
line across the continental US here and kind of show
yeah, the
most of the
Mason, is
growth.
that the Mason Dixon line? Is that the?
No, but arguably it's
It's
fairly
close.
close, though. This is
Yeah.
true. Interesting how history repeats itself.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Okay.
speaking of
So what's
growth,
next? Yeah.
we've got the PropTech Angel Group is growing, and they're looking to add more women into the group. I am a member of the PropTech Angel Group, but really this is about getting more women involved to help shape the future of PropTech. This is the charge is led by Stephanie Gubbiotti. And this group has been around for a while. I think the big
Hmm.
difference here is that it's being revitalized. Stephanie came on board recently with the Fire Foundation with Matt Knight,
Yeah.
and it's growing quickly. Like the numbers are growing, and they want to continue to capitalize this. You can see some of the incredible members here on the right. But if you'd like to take a look or share this with someone who's
Yeah.
really,
Scan that QR
both,
code.
yeah, if someone's looking to both up their leadership or they are in a leadership position, this is a great place for you to both mentor or be a mentee. You can learn more about fundraising and investing. That's why I
Hmm.
joined the PropTech Angel Group, because I'd done some investing and dabbled in it, but really wanted to learn more from the experts, which is why
Right.
I joined the group.
Smart. Good stuff. Well, I mean, that's our show.
It's a quick one. Yeah, it's a quick one. We're
We're
gearing up
old.
for episode 100, so
We're old.
yeah,
That's really what it is.
we're getting old. You saying we don't? You
One,
saying we don't
one,
last as long?
one. No, I'm not saying that. One dad joke before we go, Eric. Come on. It was Father's Day on Sunday. Hope you had a good one. I know you weren't with your family because that was your gift. One dad joke. Come on.
Oh gosh, I don't think I have appropriate dad jokes. No, let me see here. What do you call a bear with no teeth?
I don't know. What do you call it?
A gummy bear.
Perfect way to end. All right. Have a great